to another video by 4am. So I've had a look at looking at doing the Boolean modifier, and for some reason it just won't work for me. This funnel here I've actually created as its own object, and then tried to apply the Boolean modifier to the speaker itself to create the hole, and every time I do it, this whole thing disappears on me. So what we're going to do is I'm going to do it the long way, and I know this works, so we're going to do it that way. Now what we're going to do today is get my picture back. We're going to finish off this whole shape here with a face. Now, as I said before, that I normally would delete this face here, but excuse me, I'm not going to delete that face, because if I delete that face, I'm going to have like 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 other faces, and I want to try and keep my face count as low as possible. Although I will be tidying it all up at the end anyway. So what I'm going to do is cursor down to the center, get that out the way. This is our edge here, so if we do control and go up to there, down to here, down to there, there and there, and hopefully, yep, we get a face in there. And we do the same, control down to there, shift, select there, control to there, shift, select there, and control to there. And F, it gives us a face. Okay, now with that, we can now select here, straight down to here, straight round to there, over there, around, 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 and face. Okay, so now we have, okay, it does give us 3 faces, but it's possibly the only way that I could actually think of doing it. Now, in saying that I don't have to delete that back face, it does look like I will have to, because I've got to create that hole in the middle there. So I'm going to have to X and delete face. But we've got our face there on that side now, which looks pretty awesome. So again, we're going to do the same. Back into edge select, up the top, down to there, control. Now make sure that that's actually on the back slot, not on the front. Control around to there, over to there, and let's see if we can get away with just doing 2 faces. Oops. If we can do it that way. Let's have a look what happens here. It's going to give us some weird geometry there, so we'll leave that there. What we can actually do, unselect everything, and there's a new tool here. If we do Z into wireframe mode and press K, we can go to our, make sure it's our back vertex, and then straight onto there. Oh no, that's created it back there. It's not good. It's not what we wanted. Knife, back vertex, up to the top. Now I think the reason it won't let me do that is because of the face, because I haven't actually got a face on there. Okay, so it looks like we may have to straight round. You'll be very careful not to get the outside line. You've got to get the inside, the back side of that one. So if we do that, that should give us a face over there. Yeah. Oops, I know what we need to do there. Just need to select that top one again, up there, straight down to the bottom, and that'll give us a little bit better geometry on that one there. So then we can deselect that, go to there, all the way down to the bottom there, and then across to the face again, and then it's just a simple case of joining them three up for the face there, and then joining those three, and it's another face. Now what we can do is see if we can do, no, we won't be able to do that. Okay, so we can get rid of, don't really want to get rid of that line. If we keep it as that, it's got four faces on the front, so that's absolutely fine. And we've got our hole in the middle, and all this is now done. So that's basically the front of our speaker completed. Now what I'm going to do is select all, remove any doubles, no doubles to be removed. Now you can also go into mesh, clean up and delete any loose ones. Again, non-loose, so that's very good. That means everything's going well. And fill any holes? Nope, all good, not a problem. Okay, now we're gonna go and see if everything is actually how I want it to be. So we do on there left, and grab along the Y, and just thought that was a little bit too far back. Grab along the Y. Right, now what that's done is that's actually created a face behind it. That's not what we wanted. So we're gonna have to delete that face and delete that face. Edge select, around, up, there, around to there, face, because we need it to connect to our actual object. Just before we lose him, we get our little guy down there, our little LED. Oops. And bring him along the Y, just bring him out there a little bit just so he's safe. And then along to here, right up here, along there, down to there, select and face. That's better, because now our faces are actually connected to this. So when we move it, it's going to look a lot better. Now again, we can go inside and just make sure that everything is all ship shape and everything's acting normal. That's all good. 5 again, back to orthographic. Now if we go into face mode, and there, do number 1, spin round, grab on the Y, oops, need to go for this one. And I think it's probably going to be best if we do it that way. Alt and whoops. Now, as I said before, you know, I'm not an expert at this. I am just learning. So anyone has any tips, please feel free to leave them in the comment box. There we go. So that's all selected there. Grab on the Y, and this should behave normal. That's good, that's good. And again, keep all the shift to increment it, and just make sure that it goes back just so it's touching. There we go, and then that looks like an indent just inside, which is exactly how we wanted it. And we probably make this look a little bit more depth on there. That looks good. That's better. Okay, now you've got a little guy to deal with here. Pressing L makes it straight back to there. Oops. Shift and up. Grab along the Y. And that's going to go just onto there. Now all the faces are done there, I think we'll leave it there and we'll carry on our next video. Thank you very much. As always, leave a comment, like and subscribe.